Yo, it's your boy Eddie Starr coming to you live from the trash truck. And I wanted to talk about religion and God and stuff like that. What's my take and everything. And I think it's really a situation where that's really, it depends on the person. And why I say that is because everybody has their different reasons. But look, you have one side that's science, and you have another side that's dogma, that believes in religion. If you stay on the Eastern Hemisphere, you may believe in certain beliefs. If you believe on the Western Hemisphere, there's different beliefs. But everybody has a reason why they believe what they believe. Now, and me personally, what I think, it's impossible to know. I'm agnostic, which means, like Bill Maher said, we're atheists without balls. And that's pretty much true. Every agnostic is different, but for me in particular, I feel like the whole argument is useless. Like, there is God, there is no God. I'm kind of like in the middle, like, I don't know. I mean, it's impossible to tell. Now, science could tell you how, and it could tell you how the earth started and everything and all of this stuff. But as far as a why, we all don't know why everything was created. Why? Like, what was the intention behind it? Maybe there was no intention. We don't know. Now, humans weren't the first things created. The planets were created. So we just happen to be a product of the universe, like just happen to be a product of the universe. So, could it have been something that created the Big Boom, the Big Bang theory? I don't know. It's impossible to know. It's impossible to tell. Now, what I was going to say. Okay, so, as far as God and in the act of creating humans, I believe it's kind of like mythological, because if you create something, if you create, say, like a statue, or you create something, let's just use something that, if you were to create a human, why would you be insecure? Why would you be jealous? Some gods are jealous. Some gods are insecure. Like, you're only supposed to believe in me, and I'm a jealous God, and all of those things. But why would a God be that? Because a God is omnipotent. It's everything. It has power over everything. And if a God had any kind of insecurities or anything like that, they would just outright choose to control you, like how a human creates a computer and controls his computer, or how humans, we like to control our dog, or like we like to control things that's in our possession. So God could be a he or a she, or it could be a unisex. We don't know what it is. Now, some people believe that we'll find out the truth after we die. Or what if you die and nothing happens? It's just nothingness. I mean, if there's some place that you go after you die, where are you before you're born? So do you have to exist first before perishing? You know, you have to exist first in order to... It's very weird. It's a lot of questions that you would have to ask. Something that's great about this is Plato's book, The Republic, when he talks about the allegory of the cave, and he talks about how is these people that lived in a cave, and what they saw were actually reflections of from fire. It was just shadows. And they were having conversations like, oh, it was this and it was that. And the people really thought that those were they didn't know that these were actual things. They were looking at the shadows and thinking that the shadows were actual. So one guy escapes the cave, he goes and he goes and sees the sun. He starts seeing different things that exist in nature, and he tries to come back to the cave and explain to them, look, everything that we believed in is kind of false. It's not real. And, you know, they pretty much plot to kill a guy. Like, you know, this guy is crazy. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, because they're used to believing an already set way. And humans are just like that. That's why The Republic is probably the greatest book ever written, because that was before, like, really, well, not before religion, but it kind of catapulted the major religions such as Christianity and Catholicism. It catapulted, you know, how militaries are built and everything. But as far as God and as far as religion, you know, that depends on the person. I particularly think that maybe we're just put here to exist and reproduce, make more humans. You know, what makes us more important than, say, another animal or another thing that exists on Earth? Maybe because we're the most dominant species. You know, we're the most dominant species on the planet Earth, and the most intelligent life form on the planet Earth. But you know what I mean? It's very complex situation, because life is complex, and the only way I can answer that is, you know, it depends on the person. I mean, if you believe there's a God, who am I to tell you that there's no God? If you have a car accident, fly out the windshield, hit a brick wall, and get stabbed by a dagger of a pole or something, how am I to say, if you survive that and you get up and you can stand up and your spine is good and everything's good, who am I to tell you that there's no God? It might have been extreme luck or not. If you were a criminal and you went to religion, and religion kind of changed your life and you became a reformed person, who am I to tell you that religion doesn't exist? If it's changing your life and you're seeing religion change other people's lives, but is it changing their life because of God or the belief that something is changing them? It's very complex. But anyhow, as far as God and religion, I'm agnostic. I don't know. It's possible, but it's very much possible that there is nothing that exists that after we die, because there's a lot of questions that go into it. All right, so that's my video. I'm Eddie Starr. Like, comment, subscribe. Put in your input. Tell me what you think. Peace.